Paul is just coming from work, and I asked him if there was anything that had happened to work that was worthy of noting, and he said maybe not, because he couldn't think of it right off, but now he's come up with a story.
Alright, Lee and I are supervisors. We were going to work from the time that the housekeepers left to about from like 2:30 to like 4 o'clock. Well, it turned out that after I got all the housekeepers trash out and them out of the building, Lee and the GM were folding towels in the laundry room. And when I walked in, Lee asked if I got the 2 ozonators out of the 2 rooms because of bad cigarette smell. And I had. Plus I'd gotten all the trash. Plus there was no housekeepers anywhere in the building. And Dee Dee was helping to fold, GM was helping to fold towels. And she said, well, now, we're all 3 done for the day. Let's clock out and go home. She said, let's just turn out the lights in our offices and go home. Okay. I said, I started folding shower curtains. And I said, I'm going to fold 1 more shower curtain and I'll punch out. I said, and then we can all run out the front door and get away from here for the night. She said, exactly, that's my point. So we did. We all clocked out and we all left.
Well, very good. Well, here we are, YouTubers.
I'm using studying for his SATs because we were changing over, putting in the transformer or whatever you want to call it.
Yes, Paul's referring to Paul's referring to some artifacts that will appear later in this video. These kind of faux Mediterranean candelabra, and I was going to make this far earlier in the day. This is about 4:30 in the afternoon here on Tuesday, August 20th, it's just so magnificent. And of course, unfortunately, since I'm so beguiled by this computer and the various internet-y things, I ended up staying inside doing most of this stuff, horsing around with it most of the day. And of course, then I've had a little bit of some physical distress, but I won't go into the details of that. But suffice it to say that on Tuesday, pretty much every Tuesday after I have helped with communion at church on Sunday, I seem to get this kind of immunologic,
Sure.
Well, I've got a pretty good immune system, but there's a certain amount of fighting that goes on, and in my milieu interior, as the French physiologists would have it, and so one sort of has to hold oneself in readiness, and rush in when rushing somewhere seems appropriate. So I'm sure you all get the idea. So it's been a magnificent day. Paul got home safely. He told you a little story about decision making at work as far as folding stuff and getting ready to leave and so forth. And fortunately, there doesn't seem to be any nonsense that's happened down at the end of the driveway today. So I woke up at 3 this morning. So right now I've been up 13 hours. And, well, almost 14 hours. And, yeah, I read the Wall Street Journal online, as I do. And then, you know, did email and this. I actually, you know, bought a book on Amazon because I liked this particular book review that was done in the Wall Street Journal. And wow, and it's like it's like a cathedral, guys. It's just like a cathedral here. I mean, let me give you a shot of it again. I mean, it's well, it's a cathedral. It's a cathedral. It's much more than a roof, you know. And well, this is our little world here, and thank the good Lord we've got it. So I think on this one I'm going to just say bye-bye YouTubers. Alrighty. Do you see this sort of faux Mediterranean candelabra here of you've got the four arms that surround the central thing, and they tend to have votive candles in it, and there's 2 of them. And of course then you see this this one of these long, you know, beer glasses. I don't know who gave us that one. Anyway, these 2 faux candelabras are Paul's, and he's had them ever since we met. And my ex-wife saw them in the background of the FaceTime window when we were talking this today, and she seemed to fall in love with these things, and she just wanted to implore me to see if Paul would be willing to sell them to her. And well, about that time Paul came home, and she was able to ask him directly via the internet. You know, God bless the internets. And he said he'd give them to her, but she insisted, so I guess for $20 these will change hands. So at some point I'm going to have to run these boys down to her and leave them on her doorstep.